So today's video is all about digital marketing, and most of you are going to concentrate on digital marketing, specifically social media marketing, when you do your project for your clients. Social media marketing is key if you're going to hit millennials, if you're going to hit Zs, and actually young Xers. Social media marketing or digital marketing is also very important for those that don't have excessive budgets for advertising. And we're going to talk all about millennial, Zs, and Xers, and we're all going to talk about all types of digital marketing, including mobile marketing using smartphones, and also digital marketing using computers and other forms of digital broadcasting. So hopefully we're going to do this in two parts, and hopefully you'll learn something. Before we started, though, I wanted to make sure that everybody was brought up to speed on where we are in this semester. Today is 4/7, so it's the 7th of April. As you can see, we're right here, week 10. We're a week behind because we had the additional spring break. So week 10, digital marketing is this week, and we're also going to do alternative media this week. Next week, which is Monday starting 4/13, you're going to have your midterm examination. At that point in time, I will Sunday night, so that would be 4/12, I will put out a video of the different things that you need to study and the key concepts for your examination. And also, I'll put out a video of how to take the exam. The exam is going to open up Monday morning, 4/13 at 8 a.m., and it's going to close Friday night, which would be, I think, the 17th, 4/17 at midnight. You have all week to take it. You will have 1 hour to take it once it starts. So more on that later, but I just wanted to catch you up to speed that this week we're going to do the Chapter 9, which is digital marketing, and Chapter 10, which is alternative marketing or alternative media. And then Sunday night, which will be the 12th of April, expect another lecture from me talking about what concepts to study for the exam. Until then, let's get started with digital media or digital marketing. So as I said in the introduction, today we're going to talk all about digital marketing. So let's go to the Wayback Machine when digital marketing first started. We have Web 1, Web 2, Web 3, and Web 4. Web 1, 1.0, was basically just static content. It was the internet, and you could hit different internet sites, but there was no two-way communication. There was no social media. It was basically dominated by institutions and businesses. It was basically a catalog for purchasing. Web 2.0 came on, and it was socially based. And that was when MySpace and other different websites like MySpace came out. That's when you could post your own content. You could post your own website, or you could have your own content out there and show people what you're doing. That was Web 2.0. Web 3.0 became very online metric based, where people were trying to gather information about consumers, gather information about consumers' purchasing habits. They wanted to integrate some content as well as communication out there. And that's when we started seeing a lot more interaction. Now you got to remember, with Web 1.0 and Web 2.0, there was no such thing as broadband. It was all dial-up. So obviously you couldn't really have two-way conversations because dial-up was so slow. Web 3.0, now you had broadband. Now Web 3.0, the broadband wasn't widespread. Mostly people didn't have it at their homes. Mostly the broadband was done at businesses. So the instant real-time communication was mostly B2B. Well, now we're into Web 4.0, which is all about customer engagement, cloud operating, and those types of things. The big thing with Web 4.0 is CRM, customer relationship management. Institutions and businesses and retail sites are starting to learn that they can communicate with their customers either statically, a lot like Amazon does, or in real time, where you can chat with somebody who is at a retail establishment. So Web 4.0 is all about trying to use the web and use the internet to drive CRM to manage customers for life. So characteristics of Web 4.0, you can drill down. There's channel integration where you can go from one channel to another, one site to another. A lot of brand engagement, personalization, search engine optimization. Of course, we know the bell cow there would be Google. Bing is trying to get into that market, but Bing is a very, very distant player from Google. And then also shopping cart abandonment strategies, trying to get people to put things in their shopping cart. You'll see different things like you put something in your shopping cart and then you hit Google, and on the side is the thing that you put in your shopping cart, and now it's 10% off because they know that you've done that. They've dropped cookies. So it's all about personalization. It's all about cookies, and it's all about trying to engage customers for repeat business and customer relationship management. One of the key things that's going on right now with e-commerce is incentives. Let's start with Cyberbait. Cyberbait is incentives that a lot of people think that are not ethical. Cyberbait is leading you someplace and baiting and switching. So they'll lead you to a particular website saying 20% off, but now you've got to buy $200 to get to 20% off. Cyberbait is also asking you to click on something, you think it's informational, and it goes you to a website. So Cyberbait is really, a lot of people question the ethics of it. I personally question the ethics of it. And I think that Cyberbait is truly not an ethical way of doing business. But there are also other e-commerce incentives that people enjoy. The first one would be financial incentives. Financial incentives are trying to attract first-time purchasers as well as repeat purchasers. Free shipping is the most popular financial incentive. Oftentimes you'll see the 20% off. Oftentimes you'll see buy one, get one, or buy one, get one at half price. That's the big one that Kohl's always uses. But the most popular, people do not like to pay for shipping. And the most popular and the most people find that is attractive would be free shipping from a financial incentive. There are also convenience incentives, and those are peer reviews. You see that a lot with Amazon. Amazon really is the bell cow for convenience incentives. The convenience incentives are, one, peer reviews, product information so that you can see all the different information. The other thing that is important for convenience incentives is you can not only see the product that you're buying, but like products. You'll see in Amazon, people who bought this also bought this. Compare this one to this one. Features and product benefits compared online. And then, of course, the 24/7 shopping, as well as the other one is 2-day free shipping, which is the bell cow for Amazon. And then finally, value additive incentives, and I think Amazon does a real nice job with this. Personalized shopping, buy one click, merchandise available only online, combination of buy it online, pick it up in a store, buy it online, get it shipped right to you. All those different things are value add incentives. So those are the really 3 types of incentives for online shopping. Please make sure that you know those. There is still a fear out there of loss of identity theft or loss of identity. There's over $21 billion in lost sales because of fear of identity theft. Those fears are declining. Used to be a problem with fear of putting your credit card out there. That fear is absolutely no longer. Most of the sites that you do a lot of business from, including Amazon, actually have your credit card stored. A lot of people are worried about selling personal information, and they're not trusting sites. That has also gone by the wayside. People realize that the onus is on the credit card, not on you. So if you give somebody your credit card and they go out and go to Tahiti with it or what have you, it's the credit card company's duty to hunt them down, not yours. And if you can show you didn't use that, then you are not responsible for that particular charge on the credit card. So privacy and security issues are decreasing, although more and more people are using higher security. I know that there's a lot of people are Zoom bombing right now, which is also security issues, not necessarily for purchasing, but for online communication. I just can't figure out why anybody, I cannot figure out why anybody would do that. Is it just for a laugh or what? You know, you get on someone's Zoom and you scream profanities, you know, and then you giggle about it. I mean, come on. That's just me. Business to business e-commerce is also extraordinarily important these days. As a matter of fact, it's not necessarily business to business e-commerce so much as it's actually using the same server for the entire value chain. So suppliers and customers and suppliers of suppliers are all on the same servers and using the same e-commerce server to understand where the inventory is, how much inventory is out there, and those types of things in order to make shipping, in order to make customer experience, in order to make sure that customers are getting their products in a timely fashion. So anymore, it's going beyond the business to business, really e-commerce, in so that it's actually almost vertically integrated through computer systems. Smartphones. Smartphones are a huge part of e-commerce. Smartphones are a huge part of digital marketing. As you guys know, you spend more time on your smartphones than you don't. You're always hitting the different Snapchats and Instagrams and Facebooks and all the other things out there. Smartphones, here's some statistics for you. This is in the U.S. 95% of men, 94% of women have some type of cellular phone. 80% of men have smartphones, 75% of women, which takes it up to 77%. Ages 18 to 29, 100%. 30 to 49 for any cell phone. 94% for millennials and Zs. And if you look at Xers, it's really 89%. And then it drops off a little bit with late Xers, early boomers. And then if you look at late boomers, early generation, it drops off to almost 50%. So as you can see, smartphones are a key portion of digital marketing, and that's why it's important to understand how to use the different blogs, to use the different Snapchats and Instagrams and those types of things. Types of mobile marketing: display ads, search ads, video advertising, text messages, and in-app advertising. In-app advertising is becoming more and more important, especially when it comes out to in-app games and those types of things.